back to the VtM Mysteries. This is episode 3, part 3 of the Hawkminster Lodge. Let's meet our vampires. Starting with Rave.
Sorry, I'm Rave.
You're Cat and you're playing Rave?
Yeah, I'm Cat and I'm playing Rave, sorry.
Got it.
I am Sako Tumi, and I will be playing Diane Aziz.
Echo.
I forgot how to press a button. I am Jinne Noble, and I am Echo Kismet.
Nate.
Sorry, Gremlin's happening again. I'm Sage Ford Davis, and I will be playing Nate Thomas.
And finally, our guest.
My name is Charlie, and I'm here to save Christmas as Genevieve.
All right, our first order of business is a correction from the previous game. I got two terms mixed up. I was describing the La Sombra power of Oblivion / the Abyss, and I used the term Umbra, and I mixed the players up because the Umbra is not the La Sombra power. That is a completely different thing. So what they saw within the obelisk and within the the barrier around the ski lodge was made up of the Abyss. And it's a very La Sombra power. And there will be the option for the players to act on the knowledge that that is what they saw as opposed to Umbra at this point. So we will start with our titles. All right. It is still December 24th, Christmas Eve. Where everybody is right now, does everybody remember where they were at the very end of that?
We are in the room with the, I know that I believe me and Diane are in the room with the tree. We just put the ornaments in the box. I think something was going to happen after that.
Correct. And Genevieve had just given them the grabber from the kitchen to get the ornaments off the tree. I know Echo is in the lobby with all the patrons, all the hotel patrons that were in the great room where the tree and the stage were. Trying to remember where Nate was.
If I remember correctly, Nate was at the tree.
Okay, so Nate was... Oh, yes, Nate was with them. Okay. So we've got four vampires at the tree, and Echo's in the lobby with the other guests. Bradford, who is in there, radios to Jenkins and says, get as many of the patrons into the adult lounge because people will fit in there and it's more defensible than the lobby. So Jenkins starts herding people through there. So Echo, do you go with them, with the child?
Yeah, I want to make sure that he doesn't see what's going on because, his parents are still upstairs, or parent, as far as I know.
His mother is back downstairs.
Oh, is she?
Yes. But there are still 3 couples that have not come downstairs because the two couples that were switching rooms, with the handicap room,
Mm-hmm.
those 2 couples are still upstairs, plus the newlyweds. They were all in their rooms when everything started, and they haven't left their rooms.
Right. But if his mother is back down here, I can hand him off to his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she can take him in there, and I'll join the others.
Yeah, and at this point, your beast is kind of calming down.
Okay.
So you're back into sort of your regular headspace.
Okay.
Okay. So if the group is in the great room near the tree with the box, Bradford's there, Genevieve is there, Roth is there. Roth leaves to help Jenkins with the patrons, so it's just Bradford with all the vampires. Okay, scene is yours.
So what did I miss? Anyone?
Problems. All manner of problems. that need to be
Anyone?
She holds the box that holds the ornaments. Slowly sets it on the table.
So if we have the source of the power, who's the one that we saw run out of the building?
Well, we're about to find out, aren't we?
I think the big question is, how the heck do you activate these things?
It's a good question.
It seems like you break them.
Got to be more to it than that, though.
Or you say the prayer that's on it.
Hmm.
I vote we do not test either of those.
Genevieve, you know that you still have patrons upstairs in their rooms, and you have a dead body in one of the rooms.
I am going to need some assistance from those who are at least ostensibly least likely to get harmed by all this. We have some people upstairs that we need to take care of, and we need to do it rather quickly, and we have to clean up the mess before it causes further problems. There are people upstairs that need to be down here. There's a body doing God only knows what, because dead people rarely stay dead for long, especially when you need them to.
I know that I can't pick up a body. So I don't know what help Diane will be.
I can probably assist with the removal of the body.
I can probably help with that too, if need be.
It says I could go up and check on the other patrons. Hoping
So-
they're still alive.
I tell Echo which rooms the patrons who are still upstairs are in, and then ask Nate and Rave to follow me to the elevator.
Okay, and it's pretty easy. The room numbers, they're all clustered together of the people that are still upstairs. It's rooms 201, 202, and 204. Let's see. What do you guys do about the box?
Leave it with Diane.
What was that?
Said leave it with Diane.
That was my plan because she seems to know what she's doing.
Diane will pick up the box and you know what? What's my score in this? What am I going to do with these things? Jeez.
What about Rave's backpack? Can you stick it in there?
Oh, let's not.
Oh. What?
I would be afraid of these being jostled or broken in any capacity.
So they're not secure in the box?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the box is closed, but there's no like latch. It's just a nicely fitting lid.
Oh,
And you can
okay.
see that there's still like a bit of light seeping out of the crack, so they're still activated.
Duct tape that bitch. Seriously.
Not a bad idea. I look to Genevieve and ask for duct tape.
I'm assuming there would be some in the supply cupboard.
Probably, yes. Most definitely.
I can get you some, but you need to follow me to the elevator.
Yes, ma'am. And she takes the box. She is sure to take the box with her, but she is following Genevieve.
And since everyone's going upstairs, is everyone taking the elevator?
No, I'll take the stairs.
Okay. So those of you who are on the elevator,
I insert a key into the control panel, turn the key, and press to go up to the next floor.
so when the elevator hits the second floor, doors on both sides open. One door opens into the hallway, and one door opens into a space that's behind the elevator. And you can just see just supplies, plus like laundry machines, laundry and everything. This is very clearly like maid supply.
I look for duct tape.
You find it.
Pluck. Zip, 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 zip.
Okay, so it is closed and secured tightly.
I grab a blanket, duct tape, a broom, a pan, and anything that it looks like it might hold refuse that's not a bag. Some kind of a boxy thing. Trash can, Tupperware.
All right, so let's see. So Genevieve and Nate are going to the body. Who else is going to the body? Is Rave?
Yes.
Okay, so the three of you are going to the body. You get to 218, and luckily you don't really need most of the cleanup stuff because whatever it is that hollowed out all the parts that would leak fluids. Like it's just a dry shell.
So I put the blanket on the ground and ask for assistance laying the body on it.
I will do that.
Okay.
Once the body is in there, I swaddle it in the blanket and using the duct tape, wrap around the ankles, wrap around the waist, and wrap around closer to the chest so that it won't unravel during movement.
Done this before, have you?
It's a hotel. There are accidents.
Okay.
Oh yes, and another thing to point out, back from episode 1, Diane, you also still have a ring of keys for all the hotel rooms because
I
this
have
is
yet to find a closed door that I could not open.
exactly, but you still have it.
Okay.
I'm just reminding you that it's in your inventory.
Okay.
I also used the broom and the dustpan to start cleaning up the shards of the broken.
Well, here's the thing. Diane took half of it, and the other half is on the floor, and there are no other shards. This thing split just
it
cleanly.
cracked like an egg.
Yep.
Okay. So I used the broom to push it into the dustpan, and then put it into whatever box container thingy that I found to store it in,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
that in
and
duct tape.
as you lift it up, it's heavier than an ornament, and it is solid. This thing would not shatter.
Is it heavier than I remember it being?
No.
Okay.
You remember the entire thing being like this whole box. Excuse me. This whole box was just, they were really heavy duty ornaments, and you had to put them on just the strongest branches and a little farther back, which kind of upset you a little bit just because they were so beautiful and they had to be hidden a little bit.
This just doesn't make any sense. How could something this well constructed, this solid, break like this? I say as I put it into the box.
That is an excellent question, for which I do not have an answer.
Does Nate want to look at the other half? I know Diane looked at half.
I should probably look at the other half, yes.
Roll. Come here. I'd say intelligence and academics.
Okay. And I'm still at 1 hunger.
Yes.
Okay. If I could be on the right page, it would help. Hang on, that
Why did it do that?
that is not what was supposed to happen. There we go.
Ah. Okay. So you do see the Arabic writing on the outside. What you also notice is on the inside it looks like lettering, but even though it's the lettering is in Roman letters, it's not in any combination of any language that you've ever seen.
That is interesting.
And it looks like it was wrapped around the entire inside.
So there's no clear pattern.
It's got a pattern, but it's not any language that, like, even the ancient languages you've seen, none of them fall into this pattern. Like, and you're good enough with languages that you can tell when you look at a language, you can tell what language it is, even if you can't read it, or the general type of language it is. Like it's
Right.
like a Slavic language or a Nordic language, or
General feel of it.
Yes, and this doesn't match anything.
So my guess then is it's some kind of code or cipher.
It's quite possibly. What do you guys do? What does Genevieve suggest doing with the body?
The room next door in 219 is empty. We can move it in there and it won't bother a guest. And then we can figure out, I don't even know who the proper authorities are to call for such a thing. I mean, technically, I guess you should call the coroner, but how do you explain this to them?
That is a question. Let's just move him to 219 for now and
Would you like
worry
me to
about the
carry
rest
him?
What was that?
Would you like me to carry him?
Yes, please.
Okay, I pick up the body to.
And he is light. Like, with no organs and just a hollow shell, he is featherweight. So, Genevieve unlocks 219, which is across the hall. And it's slightly smaller because, and it's the reason no one's in it is because it is the smallest of the rooms, and it's the last one Genevieve would give out on any given year, unless she already knows that she doesn't like somebody. And yeah, so that's in there. What is Echo's first move?
Do I have any of the soldiers with me?
I can let you have Bradford because I didn't. He was with you
Let me
guys.
have Bradford.
Yeah.
Hello, Bradford. How you doing? Okay. Hello. That was good timing. I was gonna go knock on a door, but hey, somebody rang the doorbell.
It actually is good timing since we're moving away from their scene to you.
Right. All right. I go up to room 201. Hello? Anyone in there?
And so the let's see, which one is it?
I don't know.
It is Angel. So a Latino guy comes to the door and he's like, who are you? You are not Genevieve.
No, I was sent up by Genevieve. We need to bring all of our guests downstairs and into the adult room so that we can have a kind of a meeting. We also need to check some other rooms. I apologize for the inconvenience, but if you would work your way down there, it would be much appreciated.
What has happened?
That will be discussed when you get downstairs. We need to have everyone together to talk.
All right. I will gather up Santiago and we will come downstairs.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. Next room.
Next room, 202. Hello?
No answer.
I don't have any keys. Let's come back to this one.
There is a do not disturb sign on the door.
Ah.
This is the newlyweds room.
Newlyweds room. All right, let's go to 204. I'll come back to this one because I got to get we'll
All right.
count harder next time. So get to 204. Hello?
The guy that came in with the fake leg, he opens the door, and he is pretty damn attractive.
Hey.
He's like, how may I help you?
Well, hello. We are gathering all of our patrons downstairs in the adult room. There has been a situation, and if you would be willing to come down and listen to what's going on, we need to make sure everybody's okay.
All right, and he calls back, honey, we have to go down to the adult room. Yeah, there's apparently something's happened. All the guests need to be informed, so they want everyone together. All right, we will come down shortly.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. And then Soldier Boy and I, after I drool a little bit more, go down to 204 and beat on the door a little bit harder next time. Hello?
You don't. There's no answer, but you hear a little something. Do you want to listen closely?
Yes.
Woo-woo noises.
Oh, well, how far away is Diane?
Where is Diane at this point? The other group is transferring the body, and Diane
Diane would have made her way to the office to investigate the Oblivion.
So
so downstairs, all the way downstairs.
So I have Soldier Boy, Radio. Is there a soldier with the other ones?
The other two soldiers are in the adult lounge.
Oh, that's right. Well, we're gonna have to get a key somehow because they're not answering. Unless Soldier Boy wants to break the door down, but I don't think Genevieve would like that too much. That might be more trouble than it's worth.
If it's a matter of timing, then I can say that she was on her way to head downstairs when Echo calls for her.
Diane, lovely. I am in need of your keys. We have a couple enjoying themselves in there that are not answering the door, and we need to get them downstairs.
Are we sure that...
Oh, yes. I know they're in there, and I know they're very happy at the moment, and unfortunately, we have to make them very unhappy.
Suddenly, the door opens, and a very disheveled woman, the woman that you had seen earlier in the great room, she opens the door and her head pokes out and she's like, "What the hell? There's a do not disturb sign on the door."
And I apologize for that, but we need to have all of our patrons down in the adult room immediately. There has been a situation and we need you all gathered there so we can speak with you, please. It's very important. Otherwise, we would not be bothering you.
Honey, apparently we need to get dressed and go downstairs. They don't want us to enjoy our honeymoon.
I will make sure that Genevieve puts a extra bottle of champagne in your room for you.
Fine.
Great. Thank you very much. And we head out.
All right.
And I head downstairs.
I guess I follow behind you because I have nowhere else to go.
All right, so the two of you go down to the obelisk.
Oh.
The elevator doesn't go all the way down, but you do remember the way through the kitchens from when you first got there.
Right.
Sure.
So you are standing near the obelisk. What is your call?
I would like to investigate with Oblivion Sight.
When you activate Oblivion Sight, is there a hunger roll for it?
I am about to look.
Just to make sure. Because that one is not in the core book.
Oh.
It's in Cult of the Blood Gods.
It's in Chicago by Night.
Oh, I see.
Because that's where they introduced the Sombra class.
I'm sorry, Raven.
I'm sure they do it
Or
for
not
the
the song.
Hecate.
Oh yeah, Hecate. Yeah, Hecate would be in there, but I think the Oblivion Sight's probably also in La Sombra.
Which I did not see in the main book.
Right, La Sombra is in Chicago by Night. Hecate will be in
Blood Gods.
Blood Gods.
I thought I wrote it down somewhere.
We can adjust later, but I'm gonna say, because awe and heightened senses are free to use, that Oblivion Sight will be.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make that call here until we find out otherwise.
Okay, great.
So when you look at it, the blackness fades away, and the writing is still glowing on this clear obelisk. And inside, you can see it's actually electronic, and there's like a little flashing light on it.
I inspect the flashing light.
So how are you inspecting? Because
Mm,
one thing that hasn't happened yet is touching.
um,
If there's any buttons, please don't push them.
No, there are no buttons.
Damn.
she will touch.
You get her hand gets within an inch of the obelisk, and it just starts slowing and slowing, and it's just a resistance.
Oh, I can't touch it.
No, you can't get your hand, for some reason you just can't even get close enough to it to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a wall, it's like your hand just slows and it runs out of power.
Oh, I don't know what I'm. It just tells me the description of the thing. It doesn't say the system.
When in doubt, push all the buttons. Yeah, this isn't Doctor Who.
Mhm.
Buttons aren't toys.
Yes.
Everything is Doctor Who.
All right, so yeah, you can't get close to it, but you've seen that there's electronics inside. It seems to be active, flashing something.
I probably know signal, like the word is escaping me. The sequence of beeps that would denote an alphabet.
Oh, Morse.
Morse, thank you. Is it
It is not beeping like Morse code. It's a steady, just boop, boop, but there's no sound.
okay.
Unless they're just repeating one letter over and over, it's not Morse code. Actually, let me open your sheet. I want to check. Yes. Roll intelligence plus technology.
Intelligence plus technology. Oops. Does this count as old tech?
It's kind of medium. I wouldn't say it's super old.
Well, like when she says old tech, she means like from the 70s and 80s.
I'd say it's probably a little older than that, probably early 2000s.
That would be younger.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That would be newer.
You know how I think we've already determined that the words that Jayce says.
All right, well. One hunger.
Should be 7 at N.
Because
you've got 8 total.
But it counts as old tech, right? So, what does having a specialization do in 5?
God, I don't remember. It's been weeks. Actually, like a month since I've read it. Let me get specialization. Roll it. If you have to add a dice, if you have to add a die, we'll just roll an extra die.
Roger that. I got 2 successes.
Specialty is 159. One extra die. Okay, so we'll roll one more. And we'll just add that.
Or not.
One N.
Yay!
It's a third success. So here is a thing with V5. In V5, you can spend 1 temporary willpower to re-roll up to 3 black dice.
I would like to spend a willpower, a temporary willpower, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So then just roll 3N, and we'll add it to your 3 successes. Five successes. Yes, you recognize that it's a mix of, it's like a radio transmitter, but it's also being amplified. It's like a huge amplifier. And it's almost like a beacon.
So there's something in the hotel that is receiving.
Let's see. Let us roll. I'm trying to think what would be good for an idea. Intelligence plus
Insight? Is that a thing?
Yeah, probably intelligence, but plus insight to just put 2 and 2 together.
One hunger. I missed a slice. 3 successes.
That is enough. You remember back when you were told about what was being sensed? It wasn't just a strong magical presence, it was a strong electrical presence. And you're pretty sure that this thing is pumping out enough electrical presence to basically be calling out as this is what was calling people to this place.
I forward this information to...
You don't have anyone here to forward the information to. No,
Where did
you
Echo
don't.
go?
I'm standing
Echo's
right
with
here.
you. Oh yeah, you can tell it's Echo. I thought you were trying to radio it to other people outside.
No, I didn't.
Finish your sentence.
Yeah. Echo.
So what's up?
This is a beacon of sorts. This is old technology. There's a magical element to it, but most of the feedback coming off of this thing is electrical.
So if it's a beacon, how far can it?
Beacon?
Yeah, how far does it go? I mean, are they in the building or in the further away? Can you tell?
Perhaps as far as the oblivion lets us go.
You remember that it was being felt all up and down the East Coast.
Ah. I remember it being felt all up and down the East Coast.
So this has a wide range.
Now
Yeah,
the
this-
question is, can I disable it?
You can't touch it.
I can't touch it.
Is there a way to... Well, you can't touch it, so we can't disrupt it. But
Well, if you remember, this thing was calling all the way back. I mean, this was calling when you guys got there. This was calling up until you guys destroyed it.
so now what is it doing?
Oh, it's calling. It
Okay.
is. It's been. You know that it's calling. It'll be calling for another 2 days until you destroy it. At that point, because that's when Roth shot it.
Bless you.
I'm surprised my mic picked that up. Jeez.
So we couldn't even destroy it now, since it's stopping you from getting close to it. We probably couldn't shoot it now if we wanted to, or try to destroy it because it's stopping.
Well,
Now what do we do?
you were trying to shoot it before, but Genevieve stopped you because she's got guests in the hotel and she didn't want gunfire.
And I can't pick it up, so I can't remove it from the room.
Do you still have the duct tape box?
I do.
Is there any reaction to the box and between the two of them?
Oh, that's a good question. Is there?
There is not.
Okay.
They are not. The box is not reacting to that at all.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is some kind of mind control device? That's my assumption.
Well, obviously it's a time control because it reverted us back a couple of days. But mind control? Who's it controlling?
The patrons. Us. Why else would we be here?
Well, what do you want to do now? We can't exactly do anything with it. Do we need to go back upstairs? And is there a spot that we can hide this box so you're not running around with it everywhere?
The whole basement is storage.
I'm just gonna leave it near if there is shelving near the obelisk, I will put it there.
All right. It is definitely in a place where only your coterie, Pan, the soldiers, Genevieve, and the caretaker, Sven, have access to.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we should go upstairs and see what they're doing so we can tell them what we know or what we don't know as it is. Unless there's something else that you want to try.
So as she's walking out of the basement to start heading upstairs, walking and talking with Echo. So the ornaments are magical.
Right.
And the obelisk seems to be technological.
You also got a magical hit off the obelisk, but different.
But different.
So the obelisk is a combination of a different type of magic and technology.
It has something to do with oblivion. We are like trapped in an oblivion circumference, basically, a dome.
Do you want to look at that again?
I do.
All right.
So if that's the case, then rather than heading upstairs, she's heading outside into the
through
parking
the
lot.
service entrance.
Mm-hmm. Into the parking lot.
All right, so you are in the parking lot, and you still have Oblivion sight.
Mm-hmm.
You see that it is clear, but you can still see that it's there. Like, it looks like glass now. And you can see pretty well that it is faceted, four-sided. And you can see the world on the other side is still going. There's still, well, no, it's a mountain lodge, so you can't really tell that, but you can still see trees blowing in the wind and everything.
Mm-hmm. So it's not like time is frozen or anything wacky like that.
And when you look up what looked like black before, you can see it's coming to a point at the top. And it is the exact same shape as the obelisk.
Okay, I'm going to say something really crazy. We're inside the obelisk.
Are you sure?
I think we're instead of a dome, like we thought, it's an obelisk.
Okay. Then if we're inside, how do we get outside?
There's got to be a trigger. Hopefully we don't have to wait for time to pass to get the hell out of here. Because when the sun rises, we're kind of screwed.
No shit. All right. Should we go run your theory over by the others?
Sure. Maybe Nate will have something witty to say.
You got that. Nate's always so witty with the sarcasm and the eye rolls. But let's do it.
Echo savage.
Besides, I need to talk to Genevieve to make sure that couple gets their bottle of champagne so we don't screw up their honeymoon more than we already have.
Why do you care?
I like people. I think they're nifty.
Why do you want them happy? I mean.
Oh, you don't like it when the humans get together? I think it's adorable.
It's dangerous, is what it is.
Sex is dangerous? I'm confused.
They're powerful in groups.
But we give them enough alcohol. We don't have to worry about their power. They're dumbasses when they're drunk, which just makes it more fun. But anyway, shall we go find all our lovelies?
You shall.
All right, the scene goes back to the adult lounge. Someone has done the blessing of turning off the loud thumping techno music.
I swear it wasn't me, because that might ruin Christmas.
Oh, Christmas techno. That's terrifying.
All the jingle
Hey,
bells
I
you
listened.
shake your patootie too.
Indeed. I played Christmas trap music for the longest night. I think it's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh yeah, I love the dance club techno music, but In this situation, it would not be a blessing.
Somewhat inappropriate.
Yeah. Everyone is milling. There aren't enough tables in there for everyone. But all the guests are in there now. Oh, well, all the living guests. Roth and Jenkins are at the back door. They're standing by that. That one's the one that leads to the restaurant area. So they're making sure people don't go out that way. Bradford is standing by the entrance at the lobby. So those are the two entrances, and they're both covered. But Bradford is also keeping an eye out to make sure to let the Kindred back in that are not in there at that time. What is Genevieve doing?
I am having as many casual conversations as I can with people who are not in the room to ensure that I know where all of my regulars were during the unfortunate incident. Because I am sure that none of them could have had anything to do with it, but I just need to make sure that I can defend them against these people.
Excellent. And there are a couple of people are asking why people are in here.
Oh, geez. They were told they were going to be told something. What do we even tell them? For their own safety, there's been a terrorist attack? She's talking to Roth, by the way.
Oh, so she's already come all the way through the lobby entrance and gone all the way to the back to Roth.
Oh, if that is there anybody left on my way there?
Basically, everybody is in between. Like all the patrons, and because the entrance to the cafeteria area, to the restaurant area, is at the back of the lounge. So you've got the lobby on one side, and the restaurant on the back side.
Right, like a hotel.
Yes. Let me see if I can pull up the thing again. Bring up the map.
So we've come from upstairs now and we're in the lobby, correct?
Yes, everybody is in the lobby.
Making sure I know where I'm at.
Come on. Grr. Here we go. So I'm going to share screen.
Oh, and if anybody asks me why we've all been summoned down here, I just say that people with badges have asked that everybody be gathered while they search the building.
So this is what I built during that hybrid stream. So these two doors right here are the exits to the cafeteria, and Jenkins is at this one and Roth's at this one. And then this is right here is the door to the lobby. Okay. And this is where Bradford is. So everybody's in here.
Okay, so they're not in the lobby, they're in the
lounge.
In the lounge. Okay.
Yes. And then this is the great room over here with the stage and the seating and the Christmas tree and the seating areas. And this is the kitchen. And I can't turn the screen because this isn't actually The Sims. But right over here is the door that leads downstairs.
Okay.
And then here is the door downstairs from the parking lot.
Okay.
And we know that Genevieve is telling the guests that a question that just people with badges type of thing. Do we know Genevieve is saying this?
I was pulling up the picture, and I can't multitask, so I have no idea what Genevieve said.
I said, if anybody is asking me, I inform people that people with badges have asked that everyone be gathered here while the whole hotel is searched for contraband of some sort.
Okay.
Basically, I'm offshoring the responsibility because I am not ruining Christmas. Not my fault. Not my fault. It's them. It's the one with the guns and the badges. It's them.
Oh,
Okay, so it's up to the coterie plus the soldiers. Actually, the coterie plus Bradford to determine what to tell people. What do you want to tell people?
Looks to Kismet.
And also, one of them, Nancy, knows that her husband is dead. She's the only guest who knows that there is a dead body, but she knows her husband is dead. Because she's the one who screamed.
I'm learn about that too.
So you guys are in a little powwow at the entrance to near the lobby.
so they don't hear anything we're saying, right?
There's just too much of a din of people talking.
Okay.
Not only does Nancy know that her husband is dead, her son Cameron does not know. Because he was downstairs with Echo.
Right. So how do we want to handle this, people?
How do you want to handle it?
It's a good question, because the immediate threat isn't over with. We need to keep these people calm and under control, but we also can't have them roaming everywhere because it'll be harder to keep track of what's going on.
Another thing you also remember from last one is that a lot of people were in the great room when those ornaments lit up.
So,
And a lot of them know that those ornaments have never lit up before.
so everybody's
And they
probably questioning.
And they were evacuated as soon as those were lit up. So they know those ornaments are something.
She looks at Roth.
Across the room?
Not Roth. Bradford.
Okay.
You're the one in the uniform with the gun. Perhaps you should be the one to tell them that there has been some kind of terrorist attack and they're making sure that there aren't more bombs elsewhere in the hotel.
I can do that.
Perhaps activity would be a better word than attack.
Yeah. That might keep him calmer.
Yes.
If I was human, I would freak out if I heard attack.
Okay. I have an idea of how to do this. And he calls Genevieve over.
Yes.
I have an announcement. Bradford says these people have decided what we should say to the guests. So if you don't mind getting their attention.
I clap my hands in a very loud cupping motion, very high over my head, and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, if I may please have your attention."
And the guests start The din starts lowering, and the people start looking over to you.
I know that many of you have been asking questions as to what has happened here, and I have been vague. That's because, in all honesty, I really do not know myself, but this gentleman will be telling you what he knows so far. So please, if you could grant him your attention. Dear child.
And Bradford, well, Bradford is definitely older than the other two soldiers. He's probably 50-ish. And he stands on a chair. And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, some of you may have seen that those ornaments lit up. Those were they were rigged to hurt people. Because there's a child in here, I'm going to keep it vague. Those of you who may notice there's not someone here, one of those ornaments was in that person's possession when it went off, and that person is no longer with us. The rest of those ornaments have been neutralized, so those are no longer a problem. At this point, we believe things to be safe here. So you should be able to enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Are you letting him go?
And I assure you, we will find the perpetrator who caused all of these problems, I say while scowling at the coterie. And they will be punished.
One of the guests just shouts out, Those were those Islam ornaments. We can tell you exactly who it was that did this.
No. They have been here for years. It wasn't the ornaments. It was someone who did something to them. Again, scowling at the coterie.
So it's up. So does the coterie want to allow the people to go back to their rooms, or?
Well, they've been told they're free to go, basically. So what are we going to do?
It's up to you.
Looks at her coterie mates. Obviously, someone here probably did it.
So we can't let them leave. If they can even leave.
I hear them talking, yes?
Yeah, you're near them. Actually, Bradford hears that too. And
Yeah,
he nods to you guys. He's like, let me rephrase what I said before. You can enjoy your holiday in the hotel, but until we find out that everything is fine, we're going to have to employ a military blockade to keep people in.
Essentially lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown.
That's better.
And there's just a little bit of a hubbub coming now. Yeah, grumbling. And you also hear, yeah, it's those, it's that Islam chick.
I
I
don't think
whispered to Bradford, if it was anyone, it was probably either Meredith or Owen.
You can tell that it was Meredith that said that.
I would like to persuade, and I have a specialization in persuasion. I'm your friend.
Okay.
That would be what? Manipulation, charisma, composure.
It would probably be charisma plus persuasion. Yes.
Okay.
And what are you trying to persuade? Who are you trying to persuade, and what are you trying to persuade them to do?
I am trying to persuade the racist to the one who tried to call me out and be like, "No, I'm your friend." Like,
if you
I'm
remember,
American.
these people were eyeing Kismet and Jonathan at the tree, and Kismet is also Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
She's also Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And she was actually looking over at Kismet when she said that.
4 successes.
Oh, excellent. That was a crit.
Double crit.
The way it works in V5 is that it takes 2 to be a crit,
Oh, I see.
the two mean double.
Right on.
So I think it's every pair of crits is a double.
Okay.
So what are you saying to her?
Basically the run of it is, I'm American born. I didn't pick my parents. I didn't pick my origin. I served in the military for X number of years.
She actually sees you as if noticing you for the first time. She's like, "There's 2 of you here?"
2 of you?
Two Middle Eastern people. But she doesn't say it so nicely.
Can Rave lean into Diane and say what I saw at the Christmas tree and
Yeah, you can.
They were eyeing them and disgusted and
So they're racists.
yes, and they're also new here. This is their first time here.
That doesn't make it okay.
No, it doesn't. But they're very suspicious.
But because you got the 4 successes, she does pull back.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely not sure of you, and she's not cool with the other woman, but she's stepping back. She's stepping down.
Okay.
But she's definitely seething.
Double crit, man. Come on. She should be my best friend now.
Nothing that ingrained can get not without powers.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But it was enough to get her to back off. Imagine if you hadn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you... the crowd seems to be willing to disperse back to their rooms.
I slide up to Genevieve. Hey, you want this to be a happy Christmas? You need to send another bottle of champagne up to the newlyweds.
Finally, one of you has a good idea.
Why, thank you. Once in a while. But I promised them another bottle for their trouble because they were in the middle of enjoying themselves and we destroyed it. So another bottle of champagne would probably smooth things over for them for sure.
I go and collect a bottle to deliver personally.
Excellent. And you hand it over to them, and they graciously take it. And they grin not just at you, but at each other. And they are the first ones to leave.
Woo woo, all the way up the stairs.
Woohoo noises. Woohoo noises.
Not the closet.
The adult lounge is starting to empty. Nancy comes to you with Cameron. She comes to Genevieve. She's like, where can we go?
We have cleaned your room, but given the circumstances, if you would like me to find you another place to stay, that would be fine. Or
Where's my husband?
we have relocated him for the moment. Everything is fine.
Wait,
Fine.
where's his body?
We have moved it out of your room. I can take you to it if you wish.
Yeah, is there anyone who can watch my child?
I'll take him.
Okay.
I kind of lock eyes with Echo when she says that, knowing that she's been very protective of the child, but give her that look of like, I will mess you up if anything bad happens to this kid. Hi.
I'm watching you.
Okay, so you take Nancy up to 219, and you show her the body, and she just starts crying.
It is a tragedy when life has to end.
Has to. Sorry, that was out of character.
So the four of you and the soldiers are in the adult lounge. It's just the seven of you now.
Well, I've got Cameron over on a chair and I'm just trying
yeah.
to keep him calm and quiet while the others are
I
doing
apologize.
their
The
thing right
eight of you.
I don't want him involved in the conversation because then he'll, he's a smart kid. He'll pick up on what's going on.
This is a Roth actually says this is probably a time we should plan what's next.
Can I heighten my senses so that I can hear what they're saying, even if he can't?
To hear
in the loop.
What who's saying?
What the group is saying, because I'm away from the group enough.
Oh, you're away from the sure. Yes.
They're in one part of the room. I'm in the other with the child, but I'd like to heighten my senses so I can keep in the loop.
That's a good idea.
The child doesn't hear.
That is a good idea. You also notice that Nate just goes blank. This is what you were warned of.
Yeah.
And he seems to be like, his eyes are like going back and forth a little bit, like he's just processing.
I'm not sure what to do with that. I know I'm supposed to.
The instruction was just to make sure he's safe so that when he comes back to his head, that there's nothing wrong. He is guidable, but he is not. He's not there.
So I notice this, and I walk over and make sure it helps him sit in a chair so he doesn't hurt himself or anyone else or anything. And Diane, he needs to be left alone for a little bit. He'll snap out of it real soon. Don't worry about it. And I go back over to the child.
Okay.
She looks confused, but I'm sorry. He's okay. He's okay. This happens once in a while.
Is he having a seizure or
No,
something?
no. Just he's kind of on his own little planet for the moment, and he will be back in a little while. This happens once in a while.
I get it.
Just got to make sure he's safe.
I get it.
And I go back over, and I'm going to listen from here.
So I take the opportunity to update the rest of the group. We are in an obelisk, and it is old technology that we've been able to feel up and down the East Coast. And
The soldier's like, the hell?
yeah,
We're in that thing?
that's my assumption. Why else would we be inside the exact shape of them?
But if we're in it, how is it there? This is Jenkins.
Whatever magical spell-like ability that has been cast upon it probably has something to do with it.
Roth's like, should we shoot it again?
What if
That
it
was my timing. It screamed, don't shoot it. Sorry, that was just perfect time. Should we shoot it again? Yeah!
Sorry, it was the door squeaking. My husband is about to get to his workout.
Ooh, sweaty Wolverine. I'm kidding.
At this point, Genevieve has delivered the bottle of champagne and is back, or has delivered Nancy to her room, and is back to take Cameron up to 218.
Okay. So I wander back over to the group, sit next to Nate to make sure he's still okay.
Nate seems fine. He's just, chill.
Yep.
Well, chill
Spaced
and spaced out, yeah.
He's still on his own little planet.
It looks like he might be there for a while.
It's okay.
What was I going to say? My brain just derailed. Oh, yeah. So you guys have to decide what your next move is.
Well, my specialty in the army was sniffing out terrorists.
Like literally? Sorry. I don't know why the hell I asked that.
I do not sniff like
All
a
I got
dog.
All I could think was, yep, he's over there. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Please just ignore it. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
And
that may be helpful.
Jenkins is like, okay, yeah, I could help you with that. I also served time over in overseas, shall we say?
Army.
Mm-hmm.
What does terrorism smell like? Axe body spray and ball sweat.
The funny thing is, I just made that exact same joke to the hubby with the mic muted that I saw in chat, and I'm just like, can they hear me?
Raven is secretly your hubby.
That would be surprising.
That
How are you typing over there?
Genevieve also is back downstairs now. So yeah, you have to determine what your move is. There's also the fact that y'all are going to be here a couple of days if you can't solve it.
Well, even if we solve it, like, what's to say that it's going to stop?
Do we need to rest a little bit? Or
The
Has
sun
this
is
only been-
surely going to raise soon.
It is probably, well, actually, the people are just going to bed. It is probably midnight-ish.
oh, so we still have a little bit of time,
That was the longest 6 hours ever.
right?
Well, you look at your clocks, and your clocks, like, your phones aren't connecting, so they're still counting from where the last place they saw. And it's probably like, they say that it's like 2 a.m., but the clocks in the bar say that it's midnight.
Okay.
And your clocks are not connecting to towers or anything, your phones and stuff.
What a watch.
That's what you get for having a Hooey phone.
A what phone?
Sorry, it was a Silicon Valley joke. I'm sorry.
But yeah, there are the issues of, dawn will be coming. So what to do when that happens, and if you guys are going to be here for a day or two, food,
showers, sleep.
y'all don't really need showers that much, but
Yeah, we don't exactly sweat.
You just get a little bit musty with time.
And blood.
But that's where Genevieve comes in handy. It's her place.
So she has you have a place for us to crash when we need to, Genevieve?
I suppose you could stay in the sanctuary downstairs in the basement. But remember the deal that you made when I agreed to let you stay here. No feeding on my guests.
Who do they feed on?
Yeah. You got someone stuck in the basement somewhere we don't know about? Or it's not like we were going to kill any of them.
Yeah, it looks like you brought a couple blood bags with you.
Bradford turns to Genevieve and is like, who do you eat?
What I must.
Meaning?
Exactly that.
You hiding rats in the basement?
Oh, I'm sure you could probably find some. It is a hotel, after all.
I can see her having some blood boys instead of cabana boys hidden somewhere.
There is that Sven guy.
Yeah, there is.
Does Genevieve show him the sanctuary?
Yes, I take them downstairs and show them the space we will have to share.
The room where my bag is.
Yes, that is correct. And when you get in there, you see that there are air mattresses set up. someone has already seen to you. And Genevieve, you're like, I didn't. This is not what I said. But you also see something else. On there are 5 air mattresses set up and 1 bed, and on one of the air mattresses, Pan is just out.
Oh, I was about to ask where he was.
I was just about to ask the same.
That little shit.
How did he know where to get those?
He's not just out. He's like, well, it's like, as you know, it's not. You guys don't go into your day sleep like this.
No, we die.
Mhm. I mean, you don't go, but you don't do that until dawn.
And he's
And he's in that day sleep, that day death.
How is he? That's questionable.
Bradford turns to Genevieve and is like, what about the 3 of us? Do you have just like a room we could crash in?
I could provide you with a room. I'm assuming you don't have the funds for it.
Roth, it's like, we do, but I doubt it matters. Under his breath, after what Diane told him. He hasn't told the other 2 yet.
I offer them room 217 and tell them to keep an eye on their neighbors.
They nod and they take the key and they head up.
By neighbors, I explain that Nancy and the child are in 218, and those unpleasant people are in 214, 215, and 216.
All right. So it's just the coterie and Genevieve and the out of it Pan. And the out of it Nate too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
want
we
to-
walked Nate down with us. Sorry.
Yeah, so you've got
Kind of
Nate's comatose on one of the beds too.
Yeah, I was about to lay Nate down.
Mhm. And he is surprisingly easy to maneuver. Like, it just takes a little coaxing, and it's like his body knows what you want it to do, and he just follows.
I asked the coterie if they know what is wrong with their child.
Poke him a few times. Nope. But he's sleeping. Or he's out. So not
Yeah,
much
when you
we can do.
guys are asleep, it is death.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like a corpse.
So there's nothing we can do until he wakes up. But he's out. Well, do we want to rest now or do we want to rest later?
Later.
Later.
Now, what do we want to do?
Well,
Let's see. You've got keys and guests in their rooms, which actually Genevieve doesn't know you have keys.
And if I did, I would be very upset about it.
But Genevieve is also right there.
I'm not
Watching
fucking with the
very
keys.
closely.
What was that, Diane?
I'm not fucking with the keys at the moment.
Right. But what are your thoughts on how to proceed?
Well, the next step is finding the Santa.
Yes, Santa. Well, you said you could sniff out a terrorist. How do you go about doing that?
Asking the patrons.
Hearing them talking about Santa, I Do I have a Santa costume that is used for this that I would know where is?
Nope.
Okay. I thought that might be in one of the boxes. Never mind.
No, it wasn't actually a Santa costume. It was a red blanket. I just yelled Santa and chased after him because he jumped in a red van.
Now, as far as red blankets are concerned, you know you've got plenty of them set up as decorations in the great room.
And I informed them about that. And I'm assuming there would also be a backup storage of them either down here or in the maid's suite to replace dirty ones.
These are like Christmas ones.
Okay.
So they are they were in the decorations. There are a couple still in boxes, but most of them are out, like draped over tables and stuff.
So I explained that to them.
You didn't get a good look at him.
No.
Because they were distracted by the blanket, which they could have easily just grabbed on their way out to cover themselves.
The question is, were they shielding themselves from sunlight? Were they naked underneath?
If they were naked, they were probably one of those college jocks.
I don't think a college jock would have set up the orchestrated situation that we're in. Looks at Kismet and Rave.
Well, we could always go back up to the great room and see if anything's missing. Like, or slash the tires of the van so they can't drive away. Or
In shock that more of my Christmas ornaments may have been damaged, I go upstairs and start doing an inventory.
well, we don't have to do that. We got rid of her for a few moments.
So now that she's not in the room,
Yeah, now that she's not in the room.
you do have keys. And there's nothing that says that you can't, that you have to listen to her. As far as like eating is concerned. And you've seen her body. You've seen her dead body. So it's not like it really matters.
Mhm.
So we should go eat.
Well, the other two are
Is that what
not.
you're saying?
The other, I'm just as far as things progress, because the other two are only at one hunger. They can't eat without killing, or they can't satisfy that without killing somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I'm only 100 too.
Well, that's you were one of the two that I was talking.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
the other three,
Yeah, I'm at 2 hunger.
yeah. So you're the only one that could technically satisfy any hunger.
Do I really need to?
That is up
Is
to
it-
you.
Beneficial?
It makes it changes one of the hunger dice back to
Yeah.
a regular black die.
Oh, that's right. So maybe I should just kind of top myself off. It sounds weird. Never mind. Oh, words, phrasing. Ooh, sad.
Pan's body starts to shake.
Oh, little one's vibrating. What's going on?
More like it looks like epileptic seizure. It doesn't last very long.
Sorry. Meredith is a monster. Eat, eat, eat. I was debating on that too.
It doesn't last very long, and when it stops, he doesn't move aside from his eyes opening, and they're glowing green.
That's not normal, right?
What
Is
color
it
is
a-
the obelisk glowing?
Yeah, what color was the obelisk glowing?
It was like a purplish pinkish color.
Oh, okay. So not his eyes.
And the ornaments were glowing like a
An
white
ethereal, an ethereal whitish blue color, just that really bright. So this is a third color.
Just want to make sure.
No,
Uh,
Anyone ever seen this happen before?
No, none of you have seen this happen before. It's whatever it is using Pan's vocal cords. It ain't Pan. I needed to talk to you. The group of you.
Okay.
who are you?
You can call me Apollo.
Lord, another god.
As you can see, this is damaging to Pan. So I can't do this very often, so we got to make this count. He's special. He has been able to hear. He's basically a receiver. And he's been able to hear many, many people. He's been diagnosed as insane his entire life. But he's actually talking to and hearing people around the world.
So he's a Malkavian with the voices that are real.
Yes.
That's different.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Continue.
He can't control who he talks to, who he hears, except for me. I'm the only voice that he's heard multiple times. And that's because I'm broadcasting to him. On purpose.
Why?
Because I need you guys.
You're
Four.
the one that brought us here?
That obelisk, I put that there.
Not reaching in and strangling Apollo.
So what do you need from us?
This is difficult because explaining too much will actually ruin things.
This isn't a game.
It is not a game. It is life and death. It's life and death for all of us. This is Gehenna.
Oh, Jesus. So tell us what you can.
You weren't supposed to be here. I put the beacon to draw you here. This is where it all starts. By the time your group was pulled into this, it was too late.
Too late for what? Oh, so Gehenna's starting here.
Yes. Well, no, it's already started, but
Okay.
the way to stop it starts here. It starts with the power in those ornaments.
But you put the obelisk here to draw us in, but we weren't supposed to be here at this moment. Is that what you're saying? Did I misunderstand that?
I've been through this before. I've been through this many times.
So what do you need us to do?
I can't. Damn it. And this is actually him saying, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to figure it out. And I wish I could tell you.
Can you give us clues?
Hint, please.
The power that's in those ornaments is important. And the previous times through, it was used against you.
Can you tell us by who?
No. Friends will become enemies, enemies will become friends, and you will gain advantages from both. Things that I can tell you to do. Diane, ask Jenkins about Project Nocturne when he's not with his with the other soldiers.
Okay.
Echo,
Yes,
this is extremely important.
I'm listening.
The others will die, and you will die. The final death. If you do not treat them as if they are part of you. All the power that you want for yourself, they are part of you. Share that power with them.
Could you fake that up a little?
Yeah, right. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You'll understand when the time comes, but if you don't figure it out for yourselves, you won't understand. You have to learn it to comprehend it. You have to comprehend everything in order and to understand it inside and out. Otherwise, the information will be lost to you.
Yeah, okay. See through the fake to the super real. Yeah.
So vague.
And Pan starts shaking,
And here we go again.
and he wakes up. What? When did you guys get here?
You okay? You feeling okay?
Think so. The voices told me to put these mattresses in here, and now you all are standing over me.
You took
What?
a nap.
A what?
You took a nap.
When?
Just what do you mean when? Just now.
But I was putting the beds here, and then
It's been a
you were-
minute.
Yeah. It's been more than a minute.
I'm confused.
You're not the only one, little man. I'm sorry. The broccoli will lay down with the celery. It is the end of time. And Jayce has become Glenda. That's what I was kind of thinking, but okay.
You had the power within you all along.
Too bad we can't click our heels 3 times.
Jeez.
I think that'll work.
I've tried, it doesn't.
Click, clack, snicker, snack. You can solve the mystery.
Is Genevieve coming back?
She's
I
talking to
found that
herself as she
none
is.
of my ornaments are missing, or other decorations, then yes.
There is one that was missing.
Oh, no. Which one?
The tray with the nutcrackers. It was on the entrance table. It's your special Secret Santa sign-up pad.
Not Secret Santa.
Maybe the newlyweds took it up for a good time. I don't know.
Hey, baby.
Wince.
Is there a proctologist in the house?
Oh my god. Is my wincing audible yet?
Yeah. I don't have Nate to see him roll his eyes at me. I got to make Diane freak. No, I'm kidding. Well, now that
So I go back downstairs, and as I walk into the room, I just say, "Have any of you perchance seen a whole bunch of nutcrackers?"
Oh, it's the tray's got
Just the one?
two nutcrackers on it, one on each
You know,
side.
A couple nutcrackers.
No.
what would we do with nutcrackers?
They're missing.
We didn't take them.
Of all the ornaments. Okay, so ornaments are randomly killing people or who knows if it's random or not, but they're killing guests. And now 2 nutcrackers are missing.
Oh, it's the whole tray is missing. They're attached to the tray.
And they're attached to a tray, which makes it even... What is going on with the world these days? Is there any way that somebody could be using the nutcrackers to harm people? Well, I guess there are ways, but who would be wanting to use my nutcrackers to harm people?
Could any of your employees have moved it on you?
Not if they know it's good for them.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of like the...
Pan pulls on Genevieve's sleeve. Miss Genevieve,
Yes, child?
I'm kind of hungry.
You are a bastard, Jayce.
You know he's not a child, right?
I'm sure one of your companions has made provisions for you.
No, we don't. We didn't bring food. We didn't know we were going to get stuck here. I can be
name
really.
a cup. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I can be really quiet. I don't eat much. You can just take a little off of someone when they're sleeping.
Internally, I'm just sitting back going, I want to protect the guests, but Meredith and Owen deserve nothing but pain and torture.
I can escort Pan. Lord, I can't talk. If you have someone in mind.
No one can know. You have to be quiet. Room 214.
All right. One set of nuts at a time.
Sorry.
My
Kids are calling ass.
What will we do with the nutcrackers? Destroy the patriarchy, one set of nuts at a time.
No.
So
Hallelujah.
So Pan and I wander up to 214 very quietly.
You can still hear that some of the rooms are active. Not all of them. But you can still hear like some TVs.
And probably
Okay.
the newlyweds.
And the woo noises.
Well, I never shut off my heightened senses.
That will do you. That will help you.
And that would definitely mean you probably hear the newlyweds.
Yeah, I definitely hear the newlyweds. They enjoyed that bottle of champagne, that's for sure.
Roll. Actually, this is a good time for this. Shh. Stop alerting me to shit. Wits and I'm trying to see. Actually, wits plus awareness plus auspex.
The fuck is
Which
that?
is auspex
Oh.
is the discipline that has so just add
That
however
gives
many
you your
points of
heightened
auspex.
senses. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so roll 2H because I have 2 hunger, right?
Yep.
Wits
Right.
is 2, aspects is 1. So 3N.
And your wits?
I said my wits was 2.
Or your sorry.
Awareness.
Awareness.
Oh, awareness is 0.
Okay, so
So a 3N,
it's 2H, 1N.
1N. Even with my wits at 2?
The 2 plus the 1 for aspects.
Yeah, that's 3.
Yep.
So 3N.
No, because
Oh,
the
1N.
hunger dice change
Oh,
black dice to
okay.
red dice.
That's right. Okay. So 2H, 1N.
Yep. Oh. It didn't roll the N.
What?
Just roll 1N. And we'll just add it.
What's wrong with this thing?
I think you're not supposed to have a space.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
to have 2H1.
Oh, no space between the H and the
Yep.
1. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, as you're listening, you do hear the woohoo noises, but it's the exact same woohoo noises as before. Like the same pattern and everything.
Well, that's a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like it's a recording.
Almost.
Okay, what do I hear in the...
In 214,
Yeah.
they are asleep. You can hear sleepy noises.
Nobody can sleep through that. No one's going to sleep through that, man. All right, so Pan and I let's go in here. Let's drink what we need.
Pan's
And then
like,
we got to go down and talk to the others because I have information.
Okay, so you have to roll, and Pan will also have to roll. And it's going to be an easy one. It's Dex plus Stealth.
Dex
And you
is-
only need 1 success.
So 2H, right? And
Mhm.
Dex is 2, and what's my stealth? 0.
Okay, so it's just
So it's a
2H.
2H. Oh no!
Oh,
Not again.
No!
Oh,
Why
but
do
this
I
is
always get that?
No.
Why? Shit!
I don't know what happened, but I'm very
I got
curious to find out.
Bestial failure.
okay. You
So I just-
remember that these people were assholes. And
The
they're
ones we're going
like,
to feed on?
yes, this
Oh,
is
okay.
this is the room of the couple that was being all racist.
Right.
And the wife, Meredith, was the one that was speaking out louder than the husband. Pan is behind you, and he's not making any noise. But you're pissed,
Mm-hmm.
and you are here to feed.
Okay.
I would say roll normal dice equal to your willpower. And what's your willpower?
Fuck if I know. Hold on. Where is my willpower? That's down on the bottom, isn't it? No.
It's under Clanbane. It's in the 3rd column. It's got health, willpower, and humanity.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so roll 4N. This is an important one.
Oh.
1 success.
Yeah.
You go to Meredith, and you chomp hard, and you drink, and you are reveling, absolutely reveling in slurping and taking this life essence, and it is so satisfying.
Do
It
I
is-
hear this?
No, this is quiet.
Damn.
Blood poured.
And just as she's about to, it's at the point you've already gone past what you need,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep going. And you get just to the point where she would have to be hospitalized, and your brain kicks back in.
Okay. So I pull
you-
back.
Okay, I was going to ask if you keep going or pull back.
No, I pull back.
Pan goes to the husband and just takes the little bit he needs. One thing about when you're feeding is the vampire saliva will heal the wound close.
Yep.
Any wound that you make with the fangs.
Okay. So that knocks my hunger down to 1, right?
Yes, you are back down to 1.
Okay.
And Pan finishes his, licks it closed, and just like grabs your, not like grabs it tight, but just like pulls on your arms, just like nods his head to get you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go back out in the hall and quietly close the door.
All right. We need to get downstairs. We need to get down there right now.
All right. He follows you.
All right.
Where do you go?
I
All
go
the way
find.
down?
Yeah, I go find Diane and Rave and.
Okay. So, all right. You find them. Genevieve's in the room too.
All right. So we have a problem. The newlyweds, their woohooing is a recording, from what I can tell. It's not anything else. It's not real. We need to figure out why.
Do we?
Well, with all the weird shit going on around here, do you think that's not a little strange when they're supposed to be newlyweds and it's the same sound as it was the first time I walked to their door? Exactly.
Okay.
You gotta remember, I'm still a little high strung too. Like
Well, that is evident.
that, like not Chase Santa high strung, but
Oh, I get it.
but we need to go and check this out because that is not normal.
Is there any way I could use my sense beast to find like mice in the house and my feral whispers to get them to sneak into the room and see what's going on?
Go gadget animalism.
What was that?
Go gadget animalism.
The issue with that is that you actually are really, really good at making sure that the pest control is under control.
Yeah.
Like this place
Tediousness.
this place is actually run extremely well. And there ain't a cockroach in the building, much less a mouse.
Oh, then I must employ a mage to clean this place.
It is such a clean establishment.
That is astoundingly clean. What about ants? Ants are everywhere. You can't kill off
What
an
a
ant
fly.
colony.
What a fly.
There is I mean, there could be spiders, maybe an ant or two in like little corners, but the only real animal, especially at your level, I think insects are not really
Oh, that puppy.
communicatable with. But yeah,
No, I don't
it's
think so.
is Hans the dog.
Hans.
The doggy.
Hmm. I brood while trying to come up with a plan.
You just go brood in that corner.
We have hit the 2-hour mark. I think this is a good place to end the episode.
Whew.
We have had some good revelations in this one.
Poor Diane's confused, but we're good.
Good is a relative term.
They're pieces. Pieces of a giant puzzle. So, oh yeah, can someone actually? I'll write it down.
Oh, right, because Nate.
Mm-hmm. I'll write down. So everyone's going to get 1 experience.
It looks like Echo is on it.
Sort of.
We will have to find out about next week's game because we've got 2 people who it might be up in the air for. So
Okay.
we might have to skip a week. But we will find out. Let's do the goods, bads, and uglies because I like that. That's part of Sako's game. That it seems to work out really well, and everyone gets anyone can have a free experience point, maybe. So we'll start with Kat. What did you like? What did you dislike? And who would you give an experience point to?
And why?
And why?
Goods were. Seems like we made more progress this time than any other time so far. The goods was learning, like being able to figure out that we are in an obelisk, I guess, because that makes it more something. I'm not sure what. And then the bads. I just really didn't like Meredith and Owen. Sorry. So much. And
So
then
do I.
I would give an experience to Echo.
Aw.
For the one handling of the patrons of while we were taking care of the body, and then also when using this heightened senses and realizing about the couple.
The woohooing's on repeat, man.
The highlight of the session was finding out I am actually Charlie's hubby.
I know, even I'm shocked at that one.
Excellent. Diane? Sako?
Goods. Hooray for progress.
Yes.
Progress is good. Bads. Still pretty cryptic. Uglies. I'm going to give it to Echo for taking charge the way she did and showing us that being invested in your food can have its pros as well as its cons.
Invested in my food. I like that. All right. Good. I guess the same as everyone, that it was more, we were more invested in the game this time around, and we had more fun trying to, well, we're still trying to figure out those little cryptic clues. Bad, that I went into bestial failure again. Really hate when I do that. And the uglies I'm going to give to Diane because she put up with me. Seriously.
And even though we are not doing, we're not doing Genevieve sheets, so Genevieve's not getting experience, I am actually going to let Genevieve do a good, bad, and ugly. So Genevieve will actually be able to assign an experience point.
Oh. Huh. See, I just feel like the good is Sako resisting her desire to just shoot me in the face. I think that's a good thing.
It's the response to Genevieve being a cunt. Like,
just like the shade I threw for Nate.
I'm just like, I could see it in your eyes, like the burning fire of hate is just there screaming, just like, let me shoot her, please. And just phenomenal amounts of restraint. I really liked how everything came together, how the story is progressing. But I have to say, I've got to give it to Echo. Echo used her abilities to figure out things in a way that I rather enjoyed. So yeah, because I feel kind of like an idiot because I have heightened senses and I forgot to turn them on. So in future,
I forgot to turn mine off, so we're good.
That was Diane.
that was Diane.
I feel
I got
so
to use
loved.
Oblivion Sight.
yeah, that was awesome.
I got to throw shade at Nate and didn't even think about it when I was doing it. It just came out. Teach me to hang out with drag queens. You learn something.
All right, that was a great game. We will find out Sage's experience, who Sage gives it to, at a later time. So one more will be allocated. And yes, I like how that turned out. While it may seem cryptic to you guys, it is an X-Files type game, so there's mysteries upon mysteries upon mysteries.
I just have a feeling that we're going to get to, when you get to the end of this storyline, you're just going to look back and go, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the answer is just like staring at like right in the face, but because we don't have a certain context. Yes.
Yeah. Like the whole treat them as a part of me.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for playing, and thank you, those in the audience, for coming to the show. It was a great time, and we'll either see you next week or we will skip a week. It all depends on player availability. So we will catch you next time.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.